Hello you lot, this is KeefCooks. I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do something that I don't really know what to call it. It's a ball of mashed potato filled with minced beef, and that's got a surprise lump of cheese in the middle, and it's covered in breadcrumbs. So one of those, or several of those. Here's Mrs. KeefCooks has come as my technical advisor
in a consultative capacity
to think of a name for this
thing.
Oh, the thing. We're going to do the thing.
On camera. Well, you know, normally I just do the taste test, so
Okay.
all I'm required to do is eat things and go nom.
You get paid extra.
Oh, really? It's going to be good, this. Yeah, I've just had a brilliant idea on account of, well, it reminds me of a Scotch egg, but there's no egg in it, and there's the thing about your long eggs, so people will expect eggs, so we can't call it a West Yorkshire egg or anything like that. And I haven't got a clue what to call it, so I think you should come up with something. So when he posts the video, guys, when you're watching it, when you have a think, you can put it in the comments section what you think it should be, and you can either pull a name out of the hat or you can pick something brilliant.
Yeah, actually, I've just remembered, I've had something similar to this in Spain, but it didn't have the cheese in the middle, and they called it papas rellenas, stuffed spud.
Anyway, it's not very Spanish, is it?
No, so we're not calling it that. Anyway, right, thank you, you've been most helpful. Right, a couple of shout outs. This was requested by Tom Oddie. What?
I've come back because of the shout out on account of, I don't know who it was requested by, but Frankie, thank you very much. I haven't done
Frankie yet.
I know, but I'm doing Frankie because I'm here. So Frankie, thank you very, very, very much.
Frankie made a drawing of me with the long egg. Here it is. And she did that on her iPad, and it's brilliant.
Yeah?
Yes.
But also, that was a lovely message you left. And you was all chuffed, weren't you?
I was.
See? I'm going now. Bye.
Okay. And a shout out for Tim Oddie from your son Tom Oddie. So there you go, there's a shout out. If you enjoy this video, press like. Ingredients, I've got about 750 grams of potatoes when they're peeled, a medium onion, and half a kilo of lean minced beef. That's about 5% fat for this one. You don't want too much fat because you want it to maintain its integrity. Also, a random amount of breadcrumbs, a beef stock cube, and some blobs of cheese. This is strong cheddar, and that's blue Stilton. So any combination of cheeses or just one cheese that you like, as long as it's good at melting. Okay, I'll do the spuds first, so they need to be peeled. Well, these spuds are a little bit old, so I'll cut their sprouts off. They're perfectly fine. And peely, peely, peely. Peely, peely. And then chop them into smallish chunks so they'll cook more quickly. And try to get them all more or less the same size so they'll cook more evenly. There you go. Okay, there we go. That didn't take long. Now we'll pop these into a pan of salted water, bring it to the boil, and then turn it down and let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes until the tatties are tender. Now we'll start on the meat mixture, and the first thing to do with that is top and tail, peel and finely chop the onion, and fortunately I do have a magic knife. Alright, here we go. You need to heat a good glug of oil in a frying pan and then add the onions. You don't want the fat too hot because you just want to soften the onions and not brown them. So cook those, stir them now and again for about 5 minutes, and then add the minced beef, and we want to get this browned all over. And we're actually looking for quite a dry mixture, so any liquid that comes off, just wait for it to kind of evaporate. When it's browned, crumble in the stock cube and have a taste, and if you think it needs salt and pepper, add those. Yeah, it's pretty bland, so I'm adding some salt and pepper. And I think maybe a little teaspoon of yeast extract, which is basically Marmite. And that yeast extract will give it lots of oomarmi. We like that. Oh yeah. That's much better. Now I'm going to take it off the heat, let it cool down, and then put it in the fridge to chill for a bit. Now the potatoes are cooked, so we need to get those cooled down as well. So I've got a bowl of cold water. I'm just going to pop them in there. Actually, it would have been a smart move to mash the potato while it was still warm, because I've got some butter and I need that melted. So I'll just pop that in that microwave. Okay, it's not completely melted, but it's on the way, so that's okay. Now I need to mash the tatties, or actually I'm going to rice them with the magical potato ricer, which I love. Yes. Alright, it's all riced, so I'll just add the butter and maybe a teaspoon of salt and some white pepper. And mixy. I would normally put milk in this, but I don't want to add too much liquid. Alright, I'll put that back in the fridge while we deal with the meat and the cheese. Okay, there's the meat, and it's not sticking together, so I'm going to stir in a bit of flour. There, that's better. So kind of make it into a ball and then flatten it and put some cheese in the middle. And then squeeze some more meat over it. Okay, so then you get the cheese fully enclosed in a load of tasty meat. Okay, so I made 5 meatballs and used up all the filling. So now I've got to do the potato, and I'm going to weigh it and divide it into 5 equal portions, so I don't mess up and end up with one meatball with not enough potato. So I'll use that bowl as the tare. Right, there's 716 grams there. Okay, I knew it was a tricky one. 143.2. Yeah, 143. Okay, let's do this. 143. All we need to do now is wrap each ball of meat in potato. Possibly I could have made more potato. And then it needs to be coated in breadcrumbs. Okay, there's one mystery meatball. So I've got a few millimetres of oil in a frying pan, and I'm heating it up, and I've got a bit of bread in there so that when it starts bubbling I'll know that the oil is probably hot enough. I've also got the oven on at 180 degrees Celsius for a fan oven. That's 200 for a conventional one. Gas on the screen. So I'm just going to place one mystery meatball in there and try and get it browned evenly all over quickly. Well, maybe I should have used egg to stick the breadcrumbs on, because they've actually started coming away. So I'm going to try a different approach. I've just put these straight in the oven. I've sprayed them with spray oil, and well, we'll stick them in and see what happens. Right, they've been in about 15 minutes, and these ones that are just baked, not pre-fried, are starting to collapse around the bottom. The one that was pre-fried a bit is collapsing even more. So I'm going to see if I can actually turn it over. Possibly not worth it. I don't know, I'm going to put them in another 15 minutes, see what happens. And now it's taste test time with Mrs. KeefCooks. Hello, my darling.
Hello. Right. Have you decided what to call them yet?
Failure.
It's got to come down to you. Ah, no.
Mince and cheese stuffed potato mash. Bleh. Balls.
Well, no, because if they were
Discs.
balls, they'd be round.
I know.
And no.
I know that.
If they were flatter, they'd be discs. Heaps.
Heaps. Piles. Oh my god.
That's all right then. Oh yeah, I got a bit of everything there. The tatty and the meat and the cheese. Well, I think, you know, if you were determined to get something looking like a Scotch egg, then no, they haven't held their shape, but hasn't got that solid core, has it? And they're big and bulky. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Gorgeous.
Aren't they? So you could make them and you could freeze them and they could be that easy peasy Friday evening, don't want to cook. So is this where you stop complaining and going, oh, it's rubbish?
Happened.
I think it needs something like peas or something with it. Definitely doesn't need potatoes.
With it.
Yeah.
Chips with it.
Yeah, it definitely needs some kind of green veg. Or celery or something, I don't know.
Celery. You need gravy. Okay, thanks for watching and see you next time.